Welcome to another episode of my live stream, My Journey to the Trinity. And today I just want to do a real simple, before I go to work thing. I just wanted to talk about this verse right here. La tabdil li kalimat Allah. I was talking to a Muslim today, and he asked me, he said, well, wasn't the Bible changed? And I said, well, what does the Quran say? And this is what the Quran says. It says, La tabdil li kalimat Allah. You know what this means? Let's go ahead and look at what this means, because, this was translated from the Arabic. Let's look at what it says in English. They translate it into many different dialects. They translate it into many different English, trying to get the best English translation of what this means. La tabdil kalimat Allah. There is no exchange of the words of God. And so one is chapter 6, 115. The other is chapter 10, Surah Yunus, verse 64. And you could do a whole thing about Surah Yunus, the Surah of Yunus, Yunus being Jonah, the prophet Jonah, because that chapter really, if you read that chapter, it's very clear that the Quran that never says that the Bible has been changed. The Quran never says that the Bible is corrupted. And so, anyway, let's just look at what the Quran says about, this friend of mine, he's a Muslim guy, very sincere. He says, but hasn't the Bible been changed? I said, well, what does the Quran say? Let's look at there's two passages I want to look at today. 6:115, 10:64. 6:115, 10:64. Okay, and here's one of them, 10:64. La tabdil li kalimat Allah. Okay, let's just look at how those are translated into English, because sometimes the English translations, it's hard to tell, if they're very good, but sometimes they're okay. So let's go ahead and look at, first of all, let's look at 6:115, because it says kind of the same thing. Okay. وَتَمَّتْ كَلِمَةُ رَبَّكَ صَدْقًا وَعَدْلًا لَا مُبَدَّلَ لِكَلِمَاتِهِ وَهُوَ سَمِيعٌ وَعَلِيمٌ. Okay. Perfected is the word of your Lord in truth and justice. There is naught that can change his words. Okay, guys, see what it says here? There is naught that can change his word. Okay. Okay, this is the Arabic, is la, no one can change his words. No one can change his words. This is what the Quran says. It says, this is in Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, verse 115. La mubaddal li kalimatihi. There is not that can change his words. Okay, and then let's look at how, that was Pickthall, a little bit older version. Let's look at how Yusuf Ali translated. The word of thy Lord doth find its fulfillment in truth and in justice. Look at this, you guys. None can change his word. Change his words. No one can change his words. So when you say that the Bible is corrupted, what about what the Quran says right here? None can change his words. There is naught that can change his words. Okay, and then the Arabic, I'm surprised for this one. Quran.com did a pretty good job. La, if you know Arabic, na'am is yes, no is la. La mubaddil. And I see that. Now here, the way mubaddil, no one can change his words. No one can change his words. No one can change the words of God. Now, do you believe the Quran or no? Let's look at another version. Let's look at Sahih International. And the word of your Lord has been fulfilled in truth and in justice. None can alter his words. None can alter his words. You know, and so now this is Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6 of the Quran. And it says, nobody can change his words. You know, none can alter his words. So how can you come and say that the gospel has been corrupted? Give me proof. Give me proof. Salam, ahlo sahla bikum. Give me proof that it's been corrupted, because look what the Quran says. If you're saying it's been corrupted, then you know, I'd love to have a Muslim come on and tell me how do you la mubaddal la kalimatuhu. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this just because. Okay, the dog just came in. Oh, both dogs. Here, let me show you the dogs, you guys. I know you guys like it when my dogs come in. So here, look at the dogs. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Don't worry, I'll feed you in a little bit. I keep feeding you and spoiling you, man. Okay, I gotta go feed the dog. Give me a second. But think about this. Just watch this. Just 1 second. I gotta go feed the dog. Yalla ta'ala. Yalla ta'ala. Yalla, yalla, yalla. Over there behind you. Over there. Over there. Right there. All right. Come on. Keep coming. Keep coming. There you go. See, I spoil the dogs, and now they always interrupt. You know, but you know, let's look at some more translation. I'll look at some more translations of this. You know, because you know what? Because this is a very big issue here. You know, if you're going to say that the Bible has been changed, you have to deal with the fact that the Quran doesn't agree with you. And you got to deal with what you say, what you you know. Oh, Muhammad Hijab. Oh my goodness. Wow, you guys, Muhammad Hijab has a translation into English. I'll be interested to see. Okay, guys, this is La mubaddal la kalimatahu. No one can change his words. Now let's look at the different ways it's translated into English. None can change his words. Okay, not a pope. This is Mustafa Khattab, the Clear Quran. This is the one they give out at universities. I got one once at a university here in California. Okay, the word of your Lord has been completed in truth and justice. Look at this. Now, this is the Fadl Suleiman Bridges. None can change his words. None can change his words. Okay, let's look at what the Ma'arif al-Quran says. No, none is there to change his words. None is there to change his words. Let's look at Muhammad al-Taqi, Taqi ad-Din Halal Muhammad Muhsin Khan. Al-Halali. Taqi ad-Din al-Halali. Okay, this is a very famous version. Look what this says, you guys. None can change his words. None can change his words. Okay, let's look at Mufti Taqi Usmani. None is there to change his words. None is there. This is according to the Quran, you guys. And Dr. Ghali, nothing whatever can exchange his words. Nothing whatever can exchange his words. Nothing. I think that would include nobody. Okay, Muhsin Khan, none can change his words. Okay, look here, Tafhim al-Quran. No one can change his words. Look at Abdul Halim. No one can change his words. Look at Pickthall. Okay, we did this one already. There is not that can change his words. There, meaning nobody who can change his words. This is Yusuf Ali. None can change his words. Muhammad Hijab. Let's see what Muhammad Hijab says. Okay. There is no way to change his words. There, okay. Muhammad Hijab, you guys. You know Muhammad Hijab. He's from Speaker's Corner, and Muhammad Hijab he's from Speaker's Corner, and he's the one who argued with Yasir Qadi, who said to him, write down a Quran. And so I guess Muhammad Hijab went and did his own translation. So there is no way to change his words. Okay, and then here's the Sahih International. None can alter his words. So you got all of these translations that are very clear, saying nobody can change God's words. So how can you say that the Bible changed? How can you say that the Bible has been changed? Now let's look at another passage. Now this is chapter 6, verse 115. It's very 15, 1064. Because 1064 says the same thing. Let's look at it. Okay. Let me go ahead, and I got to change it on here. Stop screen. Let's show the other one. 1064. Here's 1064. لهم البشرى في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة لا تبديل لكلمات الله. No change is there in the words of Allah. No change is there in the words of Allah. Look, yeah, لا تبديل لكلمات Allah. Okay, now I showed you the other one. The other one was 6115. This is 1064. Let's look at how they translate this. This is Mufti Taqi Usmani. There is no change in the words of Allah. There is no change. Okay, how does Dr. Ghali translate it? He says, there is no exchange for the speeches of Allah. Okay, and that is a magnificent triumph. Muhsin Khan, no change can there be in the words of Allah. So, that's very interesting. He says, it's impossible that the words of Allah be changed. And that's what the Quran says. La tabdila kalimat Allah. Okay. Then there's the Tafhim al-Quran. Okay. The words of Allah shall not change. Now this is putting it kind of in a prophetic sense. Shall not change. Okay. Tafhim al-Quran by Abu Ala al-Mawdudi. Now that guy is very famous, very well known. Okay. Abdul Halim. There is no changing the promises of God. Okay. These kind of promises in Arabic would be wa'ud Allah, not kilimat, so his translation is a little, I don't know what to say about it, but, it's kind of there. But the word promises, which is what he translates it as, there's no changing the promises of God. Promise in Arabic is wa'ud, wa'ud, not kelimat. Kelimat is words. So I don't know why he translated it like that. Maybe he had his reason. Okay, there is no changing the words of Allah. Okay, very clear. This is the Pickthall. This is one of the oldest versions, you guys. Yusuf Ali. No one can change, no change can there be in the words of Allah. Again, kind of speaking in a prophetic way. No change can there be in the words of Allah. Okay, and I want, dude, where's Muhammad Hijab? I want to see the Muhammad Hijab version. Okay, okay, no change is there in the words, i.e. decrees of Allah. It says kilimat, you know, but here. I just want to, let me see if I can get the, because I'd really like to get the Muhammad Hijab. I'm just curious how Muhammad Hijab has translated this. Let's see if I could get that one, because I didn't come up. Oh, it is here. Okay, let's try again, see if we'll get Muhammad Hijab's. Okay, because I'd like to see what Muhammad Hijab says. Where is it? Oh, no. Pickthall, Halim, Tafhim. Uh-oh, I don't see Muhammad Hijab. Let's see if we can get rid of all of these and just get Muhammad Hijab's translation. See, maybe that will make it easier. Maybe I've got too many going here. Pickthall. Okay, English translation. Okay, so let's see now. Let's see now if it will give us the, I'm curious to see what Muhammad Hijab says. Oh, it didn't change nothing. Oh. Well, it doesn't have the Muhammad Hijab version. I really was kind of curious if Muhammad Hijab translated it. But you know what? It's very clear here. No change is there in the words of Allah. And, you know, so you got two passages, not one. You've got let me go on here. Let me just go on here real quick. And I want to put this up here. Okay. One of them I already got, but the other one I just is, you know, this is one reason I wanted to do today is because I noticed that there was 2 times where it actually says this. There's 2 times where the Quran says this. Okay. So in chapter 6, in chapter 6, 115, it says this. La tabdil li kalimat Allah. There is no exchanging the words of Allah. Chapter 10, 64, it says La mubaddil li kalimatuhu. That, you know, mubaddil is kind of an interesting because mubaddil almost means the la mubaddil. No one can change.
Mubaddila.
You know, I'd be kind of curious to see, just because mubaddila actually means, and I'd be kind of curious to see how changer doesn't really mean no one can change. It means there's no words of Allah. And so let's just see if we can get that, because I'd be kind of curious to see how this word. So you know about my internet issues. I know internet issues, unfortunately. Let me try going to another part of the house, to the West Wing. Let's go to the West Wing, because the West Wing, the internet is stronger on the West Wing. So, and You know what I'm kind of curious to do is I want to go to Google Translate. Just curious. And by the way, it is one of my cousins who runs Google Translate and the Arabic Google Translate. But let me just write here. I'm kind of curious to see how Google Translate will translate the word mubaddil, commutator, modifier. Wow. You see, you guys, that kind of changes what the translations all say. Because you see, that's the difference. See, you see, oh, did I show it to you? Let me just show it to you. You see, I don't think I showed it to you. I want to show you this because it's actually saying something different. Let me just go ahead and let me show you, because I put it into Google Translate, and look what happens when you put it onto Google Translate. The word mubaddil, okay, is right here, mubaddil. Okay, let me make it bigger. This is what the Quran says. La mubaddil, commutator. This is talking about the actual person who makes the change. You know, it says no person. You know, here it's the noun is a modifier. See, modifier, a person who's changed, a noun. Okay, mubaddil, muhawwal, mughayyir. See, there's three words: mubaddil, muhawwal, mughayyir. That mubaddil is a changer. A change. Muhawwal is the one who turns. Mughayyir is a changer. And so here it's really not talking about the exchanging. It's talking about the person who actually does the exchanging. So when it says this right here, you guys, this verse, which is 1064, la mubaddal la kalimatu, there is nobody, there is no changer of the words of Allah. This is what it's saying. So there's actually a difference between la tabdil la kalimat Allah. First, there is no exchanging. End of story. La tabdil kalimat Allah, 6:115. And then la mubaddil kalimatuhu. There is no exchanger. So one is talking about the actual process of exchanging. Okay, now that's the word tabdil. Tabdil. And this one is actually saying that there's no mubaddil, no actual person who exchange. And see, if you look at all the translations, you guys, now I don't know what Muhammad Hijab did on this one, but you guys, all the translations are actually not correct about this, because it's not. I mean, it's correct that there's no change in Allah's word, but this one is saying there's no person. The mubaddil is the person. Mubaddil. See, now let me just show it to you again. Okay, let me show it to you again on Google Translate. Okay, let me show it to you on Google Translate. And just one second here. Okay, because I want you to see that there, you know, this is making 2 points. The verses of the Quran are making 2 points, because one of them says la tabdil. Okay, now let's look at the word tabdil. Let's see. I'm curious to see how. How Google Translate translates this. Tabdil, no switch, alteration. See right here, switch, no switch. Tabdil, no switching, no alteration, no changing. So here it's talking about the actual process, the actual changing. See, if you look here, no alteration, change, replacement, permutation, commutation, variation. Okay, and each of these you can see taghyir, ta'dil, kind of a correction, taghyir again, tabdil. Here's tabdil. This is the word we're looking at. Here again, tubaddil, tahwil. Here it's not talking about the person doing it. Here it's in this verse, tabdil is talking about the process. There is no process. The process of changing is not allowed. Nobody can that would be This one, la tabdil. There's the process of changing the words of Allah doesn't. There is no process to change. Tabdil. Okay. But then when you get to this one, this means something else. La mubaddil la kalimatahu. Here, the word mubaddil means the person who's doing it. There is no person capable of changing his words. There is no person capable of changing his word, because this word mubaddil, you guys, even though the translations all say it as if it's all the translations say it as if they both are saying the same thing, and in both cases they prove, okay, in both cases they prove that the Bible has not been changed. In both cases, they're saying that the Bible hasn't been changed, but they say it differently. Okay, they don't say it the same way. One of them says the process of exchanging doesn't exist. It's not possible. It's not possible. Okay, and the other one says there is no person that can change it. Okay, there is no person that can change it. Al-Mubaddil is the person who does the exchanging. There is no such a person who is capable of exchanging the words of God. This is what the Quran says. Okay, here's the word mubaddil. This means the person who can exchange. There is no such a person capable of in the words of God. And this one right here, tabdil, is the process, the exchange process. And there says there is no such process. There is no process of God's words. And so the Quran says this, there's no such person who can, and there is no such process that can change the words of God. And so anyway, so this is what I told the person today. You know, he told me, well, hasn't the Bible been changed? Hasn't the gospel been changed? Well, if it has been, you have a huge dilemma on your hands. You have a huge dilemma on your hands, because the Quran says, okay, there is no such a person. No such a person exists who can change God's word. Who is the person? Tell me. Is there somebody out there? Is there a Muslim out there who can tell me who is the person who can change God's word? Just because here it says la mubaddil, the person himself. Can someone, is there who person can change is a person? It's like I was like, I've never noticed this before. But this is very clearly speaking. One is speaking about the process. The process is tabdil, the exchange process. No one can exchange. This is the action. This one speaks about mubaddil, the person who's actually doing it. And in both cases, the Quran says there is no such process that can change God's words. And it says there's no such a person who's capable of changing God's words. So neither the person nor the process exist to change God's words according to the Quran. Okay, that's chapter 6, 115, chapter 10, 64. Chapter 6, 115, chapter 10, 64. Okay, so this is very important to know this, you guys. It's very important to know these two words. You know what? I'm even going to put them, just because, this wasn't really my intention, but then, sometimes the Holy Spirit gives you something to, as you're doing these live streams, sometimes the Holy Spirit points out something. And I really think that the Holy Spirit wants to show us that, the Quran very clearly says there is no exchanging of the words of Allah. There's nobody can change the Bible. Here's the two words. Okay, I want to show you the two words. Both تبديل مبدل. تبديل مبدل. Tabdil is the exchanging. Mubaddil is the changer. Tabdil is the process. Mubaddil is the person doing that change. And neither is possible. Okay, here's Tabdil. Here's Mubaddil. Mubaddil, okay. And then here's the verse. Here's the actual verses. La, okay, let me put it up again. La mubaddil لكلماته. There is no one who can change his words. Okay, no exchanger of his words. And then, and I keep saying the same thing over and over again because, you guys, this is a point that we have to drive home. The Quran is so clear about this. So many things, because when they say that the Bible's been changed, here's the other one. La tabdil likalimat Allah. That's 6:115, 10:94. 6:115, 10:94. And it's very clear. The Bible has been preserved. And we can go into many, 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 many other passages where the Quran says the Bible hasn't. In fact, this one that's really funny for me is this one. La mubaddila kalimat. La kalimatahu. La mubaddila is because later on in this chapter, in this surah, Muhammad is told, if you have any doubt about what we sent down to you, go ask those who had the book before you. So right there, it's validating, it's attesting. It's not validating because the Bible doesn't need to be validated, but it's attesting to the veracity of the Bible. It's attesting to the veracity of the Bible. يعني بقول إنه في القرآن في هذول الآيتين في ناس بيقولوا إنه الإنجيل محرف، في ناس بيقولوا الإنجيل محرف، لكن مكتوب في القرآن لا تبديل لكلمات الله. 15 لا تبديل لكلمات الله. لا تبديل لكلمات الله. وواضح إنه الله نزل الإنجيل، والله نزل التوراة، والله نزل الزبور، والله نزل كتب الأنبياء. واضح، هذا موجود في القرآن. ممكن أشوف إذا عندي الآيات أفرجيكم إياه. أوكي، آسف، هذول لا. أنا عندي الآيات، أنا مش متأكد إذا عندي. أوكي. أوكي، أنا ما عنديش الآيات اللي بتقول. خلينا نشوف إذا ممكن عندي، لكن يعني المهم لما واحد بيقول إن الإنجيل محرف، القرآن واضحة إنه الله نزل التوراة، الله نزل الإنجيل، الله نزل الزبور. بتقول هيك في القرآن. خليني أروح ثواني بس أدور عليهم، مش أنا أوريكم يا شوب. يعني أنا ما بألف، مش فيش إشي من عندي، وإذا أنا كذاب تعال اطلع واشهد إني أنا كذاب. لكن إذا أنا صح لازم أنت تفكر في كلمتك. هل لما بتقول الإنجيل محرف، الإنجيل محرف، وين بتجيبها؟ عشان القرآن ما بتقولش هيك. القرآن ما بتقول هيك. اوكي اوكي، خليني بس افرجيكم من بعض الايات، عشان في كثير ايات عن هذا الموضوع، في ايات كثير عن هذا الموضوع. وانا اوكي نفرجيكم. آه. وفاء. Okay. Okay, I'm looking for the verses about the unchanged, that where the Quran attests to the attests to the Bible, and there's so many. There are so many verses in which that happens, and so I just want to show you those where the Quran says that that the Quran itself came to attest to. Okay. In fact, I got them in English. It'll be حلو إذا بوريكم إياه بالإنجليزي. خليني أفرجيكم إياه بالإنجليزي، شوف إذا معايا بالعربي. لو هذول كله بالإنجليزي بس، يلا هذا كويس. خليني أقرأ لكم إياه بالإنجليزي. Let me just read them to you in English because I have them in English. These are the verses showing that the words of God, when we say words of God, this is one thing maybe somebody might say, wait a minute, what are the words of God? Well, let's look. We'll see what the Quran says about that. Shall I seek a judge other than Allah? And he it is who has revealed to you the book and made it plain. And those whom we have given the book know that it is revealed from your Lord by truth. Therefore should not be of the disputers. The word of your Lord has been accomplished justly. There is no one who can change his words. Okay, that's the verse right here that we just said. Has been accomplished justly. No one can change his words. Okay. Okay. Here's a verse about the Torah and the Injil. It says here, sorry, it's taking a minute to do this. It says, or read the last sentence, the Torah and the gospel are with the Jews and Christians, but what do they avail them? Okay. Okay. There it is, it's saying that there was the Torah and the gospel are with the. So if you want to know, this is actually kind of interesting. The Torah and the gospel are with the Jews and the Christians. If you want to know where the Torah and the gospel are, the Quran tells you right here. The Quran tells you right here. The Torah and the gospel are with the Jews and the Christians. So if somebody wants to say, wait a minute, the Christians don't have the gospel. Well, just what does this mean then? What does this mean? What does this mean then? That some say that the gospel has been lost or something. But according to the Quran, the Torah and the gospel are with the Jews and the Christians. Where is the gospel? Where is the Torah? Where is the gospel? Where is the Torah? Here's what the Quran says. Okay. The people of the Torah and the gospel are with the Jews and the Christians. So if you have any questions about where the gospel and the Torah is, okay, now this is Al-Tirmidhi. Al-Tirmidhi says this, you guys. Let me see. Okay. At-Tirmidhi. This is from At-Tirmidhi, which is one of the Sahih hadiths. Okay, I said it was from the Quran. I was correct. I was wrong. This is from At-Tirmidhi. So the Quran is very clear. No one can change his words. There's no process that exists for the changing of his word, and there's no person who can exchange his words. Okay, one is tabdil, that's a process. One is mubaddil, the person. وهذا اللي بقول يعني في القرآن مكتوب أول شيء إذا بتقرأ في سورة الأنعام 115 بتقول لا تبديل لكلمات الله. لا تبديل يعني ما فيش إجراءات أو طرق. تبديل هي الفاعل. تبديل يعني الفاعل، تبديل كلماته. ما فيش الفاعل، ما فيش زي إجراءات اللي بتقدر تاخذهم مشان تغير كلمات الله. ما فيش في وجود، مش موجود. عشان ليش؟ عشان الله بيحفظ كلمته. لا تبديل لكلمات الله. لكن هذه الآية هلكيت بنيجي لسورة يونس آية 64. سورة يونس 64 بتقول لا مبدل لكلماته. شايف، هذيك بتحكي عن الفاعل، هذه بتحكي عن الاسم، الشخص نفسه. لا مبدل، ما فيش شخص اللي قادر يغير كلمات الله. شايف هذا الفرق. التبديل، ما فيش تبديل وما فيش مبدل لكلمات الله. هذا في القرآن. عشان هيك لما بيقولوا انه الانجيل محرف، مين الشخص؟ كيف؟ شو الاجراءات اللي اخذوه مشان يغيروه؟ القرآن بتقول ما فيش اجراءات، ما فيش فعل، ما فيش عمل بتقدر تعمله مشان تغير كلمات الله. وبعدين ما فيش شخص اللي بيقدر يغير كلمات الله. عشان هيك يعني هذه اللي انا حبيت اقوله اليوم. كنت احكي مع واحد، هو قال لي بس الانجيل مش محرف. قلت له القرآن بتقول لا تبديل كلمات الله. هذه في سورة الأنعام 115. وبتقول لا مبدل لكلماته. هذا في سورة يونس 64. عشان هيك الإنجيل ثابتة، مش محرف، تقدر تثق فيه. وبعدين بتقول إن محمد نفسه رسول، أجا مكتوب رسول. تعرف بتقول الرسول من عند الله مصدقا لما معهم، يعني مصدقا للتوراة وللإنجيل. هذا المكتوب إن محمد نفسه أجا مصدقا لما معنا، للإنجيل والتوراة. الإنجيل اللي معكم، الإنجيل اللي معهم، الإنجيل اللي بين يديه. هيك القرآن، هذا كله كلمات من القرآن عن الإنجيل. عشان هيك اقبل المسيح. عشان هيك ما تقول الإنجيل محرف، ما تقولش الإنجيل محرف. وكيف يكون محرف؟ والله بيقول لا مبدل، الله بيقول لا تبديل. القرآن بتقول لا مبدل ولا تبديل لكلمات الله. كيف بتقول إنه محرف؟ من وين؟ كيف بتقول هيك ومش مناقض، تنقض القرآن؟ لما بتقول هيك بتناقض القرآن. عشان هيك توب، قول الإنجيل مش محرف. وإذا أنت لسه معند وبتقول لا القرآن oh hey where's Ray? He's not here today. He comes on Sundays. So how you doing, Adam? God bless you, man. I'm talking about the word, you know, the in the Quran 1064 says la mubaddil. There is no exchanger. No one who can change the words of Allah. But then Quran 6:115 says la tabdil. There's no process for changing the words of Allah. And so oh, it does? Oh, dude. You know what? I think I went, dude, I'm a mess. Dude, I think I messed up. I went into the wrong thing. And so I'm actually, I don't even know, is this even showing? I don't even know if it's showing or where it's, oh no, I think it is. It's broadcasting. So Sheikh Imran will come on tonight. Is Sheikh Imran a Muslim? You know what I was, it's live. It is live. Okay. Well, this is what I'm showing. Adam. If you'd like to come on and talk about it too, it's this verse. La tabdila kalimat Allah. This means there's no exchanging the action, the verb to change the words of Allah. And then this one is la mubaddil kalimat, meaning the person who changes. There's no person who can change the words of Allah. Here's the word difference, tabdil and mubaddil. You know, I got them right here. Tabdil and mubaddil. One means the actual changer, and the one says the actual process of changing. There's no process for changing the words of Allah, and then there's no person who could change the words of Allah. So, you know, I don't know if you would like to come on, I'll send you an invite. I don't know, you may be busy. And so if you're busy, that's cool. But if you'd like to come, if you have any hadith or something you'd like to, let me go ahead. I'll send you an invite if you'd like to come on. You know, just because I was talking to a Muslim guy today, and it's very sincere. And I told him, you know, the gospel says, you know, that Jesus gives you peace and everything. And he said to me, he said, well, hasn't the gospel been changed? And I just told him, well, what does the Quran say? You know, hey, Adam, I'm going to send it to you in the private chat. If you'd like to come on, I'm sending it to you in the private chat, the invite to come on if you would like to. And, you know, he says, it hasn't been changed? And I said, well, what does the Quran say? The Quran says, La tabdil li kalimat Allah. And when I said that, he said, okay. It's very clear. So you just accept what it says. You know, there's no changing. And I know this creates a dilemma. This creates a dilemma for Muslims because, you know, if the gospel is right, the Quran is wrong. And if the gospel is wrong, the Quran is wrong. Either way, the Quran is wrong. But the verses of the Quran are very clear. There's no changing the words of Allah. Oh, you can't see? You can't see it? So should I send it to the messenger? Let me go to messenger. Yeah, let's see. I'm looking for it. Okay, here you are. Okay, I'll send it to you in messenger then. Okay. Okay, I sent it to you on messenger, Adam. I sent it to you on messenger. So, okay, oh, this one. Okay. Dude. Got to be nice to us old folks, man. Well, it'd be great to have Adam talk about this because these two verses, you guys, these are the two verses we're talking about today, okay? 6:115, 10:64. 6:115, 10:64. These two verses of the Quran say there's no way that the Quran the gospel has been changed, because the words of God, there's no process for changing it. There's no person who can change it, because these are God's words. And so anyway, that's what I was talking about today. 6:115, 10:64. 6:115, 10:64. Memorize those two. And when people tell you the Quran has been changed and they're going, the Bible has been changed, you give them these, because, and then, if you want to go on beyond that, you can also take them, which I was trying to do, but I got to find the verses that say very clearly what Allah says, Nazalna iddika. We sent down the Torah. We sent down the gospel. It very clearly says that. And so if God sent it down, that means those are his words. If God sent it down, that means it's his words. And then it says no one can change it. So how does someone come on and say that the gospel's been changed? And that's the whole situation. Did you get it, Adam, or did it not come in? Oh, okay. I think Adam got it. So anyway, hopefully Adam come on, and I know that he's got all the hadith and all of the tafsir, about these verses. And so yes, very good, Trippy Bear, because this is it. This is my focus today. 6:115, 10:64. Those two verses. When someone says the Bible has been changed, you give them these two verses. There's no process to change it. No process exists to change it. Number two, no person exists who can change it. So, that's, okay, here's Adam. Hi, Adam.
Hello, everyone. This is your favorite Murtad.
Yeah, okay.
Man, what an awesome topic, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's great to have you, man. Yeah, so these two verses are so one is la mubaddil, which is mubaddil is the person who changes. Mubaddil is the person who's doing the changing, and the other one is la tabdil. There's no process for exchanging the words of Allah, and and so. Have you ever done stuff about that?
Oh, I have done it, but like, if we are going to remain in these two verses, then man, these two verses are more than sufficient. But Quran is full of these kind of verses, which says that Allah's zikr or Allah's kalimas cannot be changed, unless they actually say only Quran is the kalima of Allah, which is also debunkable.
Yeah.
It's not possible to deny the fact that it was not changed. They have to give the answer rather than we have to give answer.
Yes. And I for everybody who just heard that, I know some people are concerned and they want to know the word is debunkable that you just heard. And so I just put it up there in case you want to look it up in the dictionary, what debunkable means. Hey, we have Abu Cyrus who says he wants to come on. Would you like to talk to him?
Abu Cyrus? Who's Abu Cyrus?
He's one of he used to come on with you all the time. Remember?
Okay, I don't even remember him, but fair enough. Bring him up.
Okay, let's see if he. Let me see. He just sent a message. Let me see what his message is real quickly. But I like him because he doesn't have a bitter spirit,
Mm-hmm.
And so okay. When are you going live next? I need to read and translate a few things in Arabic. I can't go live right now because I'm working. Dude, Adam is with me. Take a break and come on. I'm going to send him an invitation, and if he wants to come on, he can come on. you know, he wants to correct my Arabic, I think. So
Oh, everyone wants to correct your Arabic. Why is that?
because they are more Arab than I am, so I
Oh,
get.
okay. Okay. Right, right.
Yeah. Can you? So there's one thing that you said. لا تبديل لا مبدل كلمات الله, and then about where they say the words of Allah. What are the words of Allah? What constitutes words of Allah? Doesn't it? If it came from God, does that make it His words? Because the Quran very clearly says,
According to
"Nazzalna Torah wal Injil." We sent
exactly,
the Quran. So if it came from Him, is that His words or no?
exactly, exactly. Because that's what Quran is very, very clear on that subject. That Nazzal Zikra, the Torah wal Injil.
The
So,
Yes,
and by the way, can you please, if you don't mind, may I give you one more verse?
sure, yeah.
Quran 6:34. Can you please open this? It will
Okay.
be very, very interesting
Okay.
to
Hey,
add that.
hey, did you know? Have you done anything about about Muhammad Hijab's Quran?
Oh yes, there is a Muhammad Hijab translation of Quran where he has changed a lot of things. I need it's silly, man. It's a new Quran that he created. But anyhow, oh,
Okay.
let's look at this verse in Muhammad Hijab's translation as well. Let me see that. Hold on, it will be interesting. Let me open that rather than you opening.
Okay.
Let's open Sahih International
Okay.
and
Now
Yusuf Ali
I've
and
opened
Muhammad
it here.
Hijab.
Let me see if I think I may have opened it here.
Okay, you opened it?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So this is Mufti Taqi Usmani. Can you remove Dr. Ghani and everybody and Mufti Taqi Usmani, Yusuf Ali, and Muhammad Hijab? Let's look at these three translations. And then we will go into Arabic. So you go to settings, remove
Okay.
everyone else. Yeah, let Mufti Taqi Usmani because he's also a new guy.
Okay.
Let him be there. Then remove Pechtal as well, and that's these three. Let's see. You leave Yusuf Ali. Leave Yusuf Ali.
Yusuf
Yusuf
Ali.
Ali. Yeah, yeah.
Where is
That's
you?
third last. Third last. Third last.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
But I got
Let's
it
see.
down because I got way more than those.
Oh, okay. Remove the rest of them.
Because that's all I want to do today is I just want to see how does it translate it. No matter who translates it, they always say no one can change the words of God, and so it's.
Like Muhammad Hijab will change the word of God. Trust me. Let's see.
I thought, dude, this is so funny because he was asking Yasser Qadi to change, to write the Quran,
Scroll
and
up.
he's
Scroll up. Okay. Sorry.
30, 34, and so okay, here's 30.
634. Okay. So you have translinear as well. You have still everything. If you don't mind, let me share that. It will
Yeah,
be much faster.
I don't have Shusmo. I don't have Hamid
There you
Hijab.
go.
Yeah.
Okay. Remove your and let's see this.
Okay. How come yours works? Mine doesn't. Yeah.
That's just Quran.com doesn't like you. Okay.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Okay, so Yusuf Ali says, rejected were the messengers before thee. With patience and consistency, they bore their religion
Reject.
and their bore their rejection. Sorry, yes, bore their rejection. Obviously, that's rejection. Kabla, okay, and their wrongdoings, the people who were doing wrongdoing, until our aid reached them. So Allah's aid reached them. Okay, there is none that
Oh,
can alter the word of Allah. Okay,
oh.
wala mubaddil lil kalimatillah.
Okay. I want to leave it up here because I want to get this 634. Okay, so that's another one. Wow.
Exactly, I wanted to add this to your list as well.
Okay. Yeah.
But this is very interesting because what's happening?
Again,
Allah's
this is mubaddil again. Not
yes,
there's one say tabdil, but this is two that say mubaddil. This is the person. Mubaddil is
exactly.
the person who changes it. So
Means no human being can change it.
yeah.
That's what Allah is saying. La wala mubaddil lil kalimatillah. So Allah's kalimas, no human can change it. already haste you received some account of the messengers. Walakad ja'ika min what?
Nib-
Naba'il mursilin. Okay.
nib-
Now, now look what happens. Muhammad hijab. Messenger before you have been rejected, yet they held firm on being rejected and abused until our support came to them. There is no way to change Allah word. Okay. News from messengers have already come to you. So okay, not too bad, but still okay, twisting. Let's click Sahih International. And
Okay.
certainly were messenger denied before you, which is the right translation, but they were patient over the denial and they were harmed until our victory came to them. Allah's victory came to them, and none can alter the words of Allah. Now, alter the words, that's the right translation. Change or alter.
Mhm.
And there has certainly come to you some information about from the previous messengers. So now the problem is anybody who goes left right on this, I don't know how they can do that.
Wow, dude, this is really like now. Now you guys, there. Okay, I told you before. 6115 1064. Add this 634. It's saying the exact same thing again. La mubaddila kalimatuhu. Kalimat Allah. You guys, this is very. This is three powerful strikes against anybody who tells you that the Bible has been changed. You take this, you show them these three verses. Is there more verses like this? You said.
Yeah.
Hey,
There are so many, man.
give them to us. I want to dude. Let's bring this house down, man. You know, because
Okay.
today somebody told me this, and he was very sincere. And when I told him just the one, la tabdila kalimat Allah, when I told him that, he was convinced. So when you got bunches of these, I thought there was two, and look at this, it's already three. Where
So there is uh, uh, if we look at it, we can go to uh,
wait a second.
546. Let me go
Okay.
to 546 for now.
Oh, guess who's here?
Who's here?
Go ate my Quran.
Oh,
Oh, he says this is not from Mimi Hijab, but from the UK.
this is not Mimi Hijab of the UK. I
That's
think that's it. That's him.
Muhammad Hijab, because I know that Hatun Tash did a thing about his Quran the other day.
Yeah, that's him. That's the same guy.
It is him, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What was it? Five what?
Let me open that because I need to show you three verses on this. This is three verses altogether. So 546 to 48. Let me do that. Okay. So now this is 546. Let me just remove the rest of the translation. We can live with Sahih International on this because let's remove the rest. All right. So 546. What does it says? Okay. And we sent following in the footsteps of Jesus Ibn Maryam, Musaddiqan lima bayna yadayhi min at-Tawrat. So Jesus came
Affirming what was
affirming what is in the hands of him, which is
of
Tawrat,
Mhm.
confirming which came before him in the Tawrat. And we gave him the gospel. وَآتَيْنَهُمْ. So basically, وَآتَيْنَا means what?
We gave
Allah gave, Allah revealed, Allah give it to. So this is Allah's word. Al Injil fihi hudan wa nuran.
guide
Hadaya means guidance and the light. Wa
Mm.
musaddiqan lima bayna yadayhi min at-Tawrati wa hudaya. Ah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah.
Wait a second, I want to see this again, okay? مصدقا لما بين إيديه من التوراة وهدى وموعظة المتقين للمتقين. Okay.
So the people who are following the Torah and Injil are the ones who are righteous according to this verse. Okay, so the righteous people are the ones who are following the Torah and Injil because Injil and the Torah has the guidance and the light in it, and it is musaddiq al-lima, it is musaddiq, it is the truth, It is confirming,
affirming what is in their hands. Yeah.
Exactly. Now we go to the next verse, 47. And let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed therein. And whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, then it is those who are definitely disobedient. Subhanallah. So if you do not judge them by the Injil, they are from the Fasikun.
Corrupt.
They are the corrupters.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you do not judge them by the gospel, Injil, they are the corrupters. Now the verse number 48 is very, very important. وَأَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ بِالْحَقِّ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ. And we have revealed to you, Muhammad, means Allah is now talking to Muhammad, the book, in truth, confirming that which precedes it of the scriptures. What should we do? So if you say that Torah and Injil is corrupt, then Quran by default is corrupt.
Yeah.
Because Quran came to affirm and confirm the books before it. That's what it says. وَأَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ بِالْحَقِّ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ. See what is happening over here? So anybody who says the Torah and Injil are corrupted right now, Quran chapter number 5 verse number 46 to 48, Quran is corrupted now.
Yes. Wow. You
So
see, it's like, it's like if the Quran, if the gospel is right, the Quran is wrong. And if the gospel is wrong, the Quran is wrong. No matter which way it has put itself in this situation, because it can't be changed. And over, at least 15 times that I know of, it says, Musaddiqan lima ma'hum, lima ma'kum, lima benide, what is with you, what is with them, what is in their hands, and it just confirms, where are they getting this idea that the Bible has been changed? Where's that clear verse? I still have the check. You guys, nobody has cashed it for a verse that says that the gospel has been corrupted. I want that verse. And $100 cash out of my account.
That's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, but it went up to 1,200 and we waited. Nobody called, and so
that's pretty good, because like I added $100 as well in it, remember?
Yes, and so did we $25 from Eric, and then one day you got like a bunch of
yeah, there are a lot of people who actually added a lot of money, so
it's like, but I have my check right here, and so you guys, it's been doubled, $200 for any Muslim who can bring us a clear verse that the gospel has been changed. $200, you guys. That'll buy you a nice dinner.
Oh, wow. That's a
real pull. Real lure.
So basically, let me show you another thing.
Okay.
If they say Torah and Injil is corrupted, you know what's going to happen? Then Allah is the most false God in the history of false gods. You know why?
Why?
Because Quran chapter number 15 verse number 9. What does it says?
We got another. By the way, we got another $100. By the way, so
awesome. It's increasing. So it reached 1,100 somewhere. Oh no, Salam Aaron already added 100 last time. So
okay.
If I'm not mistaken, or that was somebody else. No, that was Salam Aaron. Yeah. She already added that.
Okay. You guys, that's a lot of money. You guys, we're talking $300. Muslims, $300 for a clear verse from your Quran that the Injil, the gospel, has been corrupted. Has to be clear. Okay. Go ahead.
So Inna nahnu nazzalna zikra inna lahu lahafizun. Indeed, we have revealed the zikr, and indeed we are its protector. Now Allah is claiming that
Yes.
if the Torah and Injil is corrupted, then those are Allah's zikr, as we have already said that. Rusu, you have to just commit for that online over here, and if we lose, then you will have to pay. So you have to commit for that right now.
Okay. I'm giving $100, and then I'm keeping a list of the names. Okay. Last time I didn't keep a list of the names, but this time I'll keep a list of the $100. Slam, RN, Adam, Steve. Okay. And if you want Edmund, just say I'm in 100. Okay. Okay. How much do you want to put, Edmund?
Oh, you are collecting money? Okay.
Edmund says, how do I put it? Okay, $100. Okay, guys. You guys,
We have
listen.
1250 now.
You guys, $1,250 to any Muslim. Bring a clear verse that my gospel has been corrupted. Not my gospel, but the gospel of Jesus.
Injil and the Torah has been corrupted. So, by the way, if it is corrupted, Quran chapter number 15, verse number 9, they have to remove it fully.
Yes.
You know why? Because it says, indeed, we have revealed it, and we are its protector. Now,
Dhikr. You know what I like about this verse? It doesn't say Nazalna al-Quran.
Exactly.
It says we sent down the reminder, and the Quran calls the Torah the reminder. It calls the Zabur the reminder, and so, yeah.
Yeah, let me just give you one reminder. So, on top of my head, I have. God forgives them; they know not. So, if we talk about the dhikr of Allah, Quran chapter number 21, verse number 105. There you go, dhikr. It says, "Walakad kitaba fi zabur min ba'd al-zikr."
Okay.
So after the Zabur, we have what? We have Zabur and the book of Psalms, and we have already written in the book of Psalms after previously mentioning that the land, etc., etc., etc. So the Psalms, even the Psalms, is the dhikr of Allah.
Is the
And
yeah.
what should we do now? Let alone Torah, let alone everything else. Even the Psalms
Yes.
is the zikr of Allah.
So Allah preserves the Psalms perfectly.
Oh yes.
And boy, can we do some amazing things with the Psalms about the death of Jesus Christ, about the deity. The Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand. That's in Psalms. They pierced my hands and my feet. That's in the Zabur. And here it says that Allah preserved it. So, yeah.
Man, they have to run in circles for this. And when you look at the Quran chapter number 15:9, they have to say, no, this verse is only for Quran. But dude, it doesn't say that.
It
does not say that. It says zikr. It doesn't say Quran. Because if you talk about Quran, you know how many times Allah used the word Quran in Quran? Let's see. Let's see how many times. How many times? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see together. Al-Quran. So I have 4 pages, and each page has 20 sets, total 79 search results. That how many times Allah used Quran in Quran.
Wow.
So when Allah was actually trying to say in 15:9, Allah was very, very ignorant that he could not write Al-Quran over here.
You know what? And this is the most used verse in my experience that Muslims use to argue for the perfection of the Quran. This is the strong, because here Allah is saying he's the one that's protecting it. But when you look at it, it doesn't say Quran. It says
zikr.
So,
man, that's the problem with the false prophet. You know, he is trying to say things without knowledge, and then he gets the boo-boo. So right now, this is the boo-boo of the false prophet, because there is no Allah. We all know that.
yeah.
It's the boo-boo of the false prophet. Otherwise, why can't Allah say Inna nahnu nazzalna Quran wa inna lahu lahafizun? Why can't it say that? You
Yes.
s- you see the problem.
Yes.
Nazzalna Quran wa inna lahu lahafizun. What are you doing, man?
I'm going. Slam wants me to make them a moderator. So I wanted to go to the thing where I can make them a moderator. Add.
Mhm.
Do I say add moderator?
You have to click on Salam RN on the right side, three buttons, and then it will say make moderator.
Okay. That's. I just did that. So okay. Cool. I got more than one moderator now.
Awesome.
Okay. So he's a moderator, or she or he's a moderator.
She. That's a she.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So this is like you know the guy that I was talking to today. You know, I just you know he's just a really nice guy, and you know he was very when I told him that those words la tabdil kalimat Allah. When I said that, bang, he's just accepted it because he believes the Quran. But so many people you're going to tell him, and they're still going to twist and say no, that's not what it means. You got to see what you know, you know. So
Man, that's the problem with these, unfortunately, these Muslimin, that even then when they see the issue,
mhm.
they do not see the issue.
It's because they've been taught. You know, they've been taught this. The Bible's corrupted. Jesus didn't die. Jesus is not God. Even though the Quran says he is God, the Quran says he did die. The Quran says that the Bible is not corrupt.
Man,
So yeah, wow. Well, you know
that's
what? I
the
was looking also. This is interesting. Go ahead.
please.
Okay, I was gonna say this is from a Tirmidhi. You know, and unfortunately, I can't remove this thing here so that I could see where it's from. But At-Tirmidhi says the Torah and the Gospel are with the Jews and the Christians. But what do they avail them? But he's saying here that the Gospel and the Torah are with the Jews and the Christians. So it's not like in a mosque in Turkey or in Yemen or something. They are with the Jews and the Christians. So anyway, I just wanted to make that point. So
No, that's good. That's a good point. And even in the Siratun Nabi by Ibn Ishaq, he talks about the Injil as written by John. Let me open that. Hold on. Let me show you that according to Ibn Ishaq, Siratun Nabi by Ibn Ishaq, Ibn Ishaq. I have so many siras right now. Ibn Ishaq, Life of Prophet. There we go. It says that John wrote the Gospel, the Injil.
wow.
Uh,
This is in Ibn Ishaq. Huh?
yeah, Siratun Nabi by Ibn Ishaq.
Wow.
So, mm, okay, I need to unshare that and I need to share that. Share screen. Uh, so this is Siratun Nabi by Ibn Ishaq. Okay, this is page number 103. It says the word applied to apostle of God in the gospel. Among the things which have reached me about what Jesus, the son of Mary, stated in the gospel, which he received from God. What? Which he received from
God.
God. For the followers of the gospel, in applying a term describe the apostle of God is the page number 104. Let's go to page number 104. Let's scroll down. Oop, 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 oop. Oh man. 80? No. 78. Uh-oh. Sorry guys, I just scrolled too much.
You have
My
to go
bad.
4.
104. This is 106. This is 104. Okay. Following it is extracted from what John the Apostle set down for them when he wrote the gospel for them from the treatment of Jesus, son of Mary. Now
Wow.
imagine what does it says?
Wow.
That John the Apostle wrote the gospel for Jesus, which is what? Which is what? Which is sent by Allah. Let's go up. Man, this scroll is too much. This scroll is too much because I'm doing a huge zoom. So 106, 76, 104. So this gospel is what? Received from God by
For-
Jesus, son of Mary. And then say, oh, Injil is not the gospel of John. Injil is not the gospel of Luke. Dude, your early scholars are saying that. Your early scholar, the one who lived near the time of Muhammad, Ibn Ishaq, who wrote the Siratul Nabi, is saying that gospel
of John.
account written by John is the gospel that was sent to Jesus
From God.
by Allah.
Wow.
It is extracted from what John the Apostle set down for them when he wrote the gospel for them from the treatment of Jesus, son of Mary. Haha.
Could you leave that for a second? Just leave it for a second. I want to take a picture. Wow. Dude, that is awesome, man. You guys, the Ibn Ishaq, this is the number one biographer of Muhammad's life. He's the closest of all the biographers of the life of Muhammad. This guy was the closest to his time period. You know, it was only like 100 years or so after him. So, you know, this is no lightweight.
And this is there. Like, you just have to read it and you will get it. You need to take this picture as well, because this page and that page combined.
I took it, yeah.
So now, if you look at it, even their own early scholars agree to the fact, which now they say, hey, oh, this Gospel of John is not Injil. Gospel of Luke is not Injil. Oh, Gospel of Mark is not Injil. Guys, seriously, where did you hear that?
Yeah.
You know, where did you hear that? Because your own early scholars agree that John wrote the Gospel, just like Imam Hafs and Imam Asim wrote the Quran that you guys have. Allah did not came down and wrote it. You have the Quran written by Imam Hafs and Asim. By the way, you don't have that. You claim that it is written by them because the original Quran written by Imam Hafs and Asim, you don't have it. So yes, you claim that they wrote it. Once again, you don't even have that.
Wow. Here's a little bit of interesting differences between Qur'ans, but just to keep that thing up, you know, on the forefront of your mind too. The different, you know, because you know, the guy that was talking to me, you know, today, you know, he says, you know, because like our Quran hasn't been changed, and you know, has the gospel also not been changed? You know, I didn't want to go there with the guy. You know, I just said, you know what, the gospel has. I just wanted to focus on the fact the gospel hasn't been changed, just so to where he may read it, and you know, and I gave him a Bible. I said, here, just read this, read the Sermon on the Mount, you know, and he was all willing to do that. So I didn't want to deal with, you know, the many different Qur'ans and everything, you know, you know. But you know, this is a verse that I like too. I kind of would like to hear what you have to say about this. What
should I tell about that, man? It's so clear.
Well, it is so clear is that not only did the Quran come to affirm the Bible, Muhammad came to affirm the Bible. Musaddiqan lima ma'hum. Muhammad himself came to affirm the Bible.
Oh, there is, I think, 1094, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It tells Muhammad that if you have doubt, then
yes.
seek the people of the scripture. 1094. Like
Yes.
even Muhammad was asked, go talk to people like us if you are in doubt.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Surat Yunus, I'm beginning to think, because that's also where 1064 is, where it says there's no la mubaddila kalimat Allah. So, you know, I mean, that maybe that's a surah that has stuff that is about, you know, I need to read it, you know, the whole thing, and about affirming the Bible, you know, because there's two very important verses supporting the Bible there. You know, one is La mubaddila kalimat Allah, and you know, if you doubt, ask those who have the book, the books before you. You know, both of those verses, 1064, 1094, are in that Surah Yunus. So,
Acha, by the way, these Muslimin actually say that Quran is for the entire world, right?
I got a question about that, but go ahead and make your point. But then I got a question for you after.
Uh, Quran actually denies that claim. Do you know that?
العربية.
Yeah, it denies that claim. So if we go to Quran chapter number 42, verse number 7, let me open that. Because like while we are talking about this is also important subject to know what does Quran says, why it came, who did it came, you know.
Mhm.
So let's look at this one first. I have like 3 or 4. If you have time, then I'm going to share 3 or 4 of them.
Okay, go ahead.
So, oh Haina, we have revealed Ilaika to you Quran. Once again, Allah write Quran. Allah knows where to write Quran. It's not like they don't know Arabian. S-
عربية.
So why? So that you can warn Ummul Qura, the mother of the town. So mother of the city is what? According to all the people, it's the Medina or the Makkah, right?
Okay.
Makkah and Medina, that the mother of the cities, right? So
حولها,
and
around it.
let's see Makkah. So mother of the towns, Makkah, and around them. So basically, if we look at it, this Quran, according to Quran, is in Arabic, so that you could warn the mother of the town or the city, which is Makkah. That's it.
Wow.
What should we do? So basically, Quran denies itself to be uh, for everyone, unless somebody comes in and say that this verse is abrogated, and they will give me another verse. This is what Quran is saying.
Mm, wow. Well, you know, the thing that's kind of interesting to me is, you know, they say the Quran is for the whole world and everything like that. But then it says that, you know, when Muhammad got the Quran, he said to Jibreel, you know, he says, hey, you know, my people aren't going to understand this. Can you have it in another language too, a dialect? And then, you know, Jibreel went back and forth 7 times and got 7 ahruf, sab'a ahruf, the 7 modes of the Quran. But you know what? All of those modes are Arabic.
Hmm.
And none of
Oh,
the modes are Indonesian or German or Turkish or
yeah. Let me
Chinese.
give you that, because Quran says that. Quran chapter number 46, verse number 12. Thank you. You are giving me points to show. It says, and before this, we have given book to Musa, okay, which
Mhm.
has the rahmah, okay, which has the guidance, mercy. But wahaza, and this kitabun musaddiqan lisanan arabian. There
Uh,
you go. But this book is in the tongue of Arabic. What should we do now?
wow.
So this book is for the mother of the tongue, and this book is in Arabic. Why is everyone not acknowledging that?
And there also is, doesn't it say that Allah sent prophets to every nation, like 140,000, 20,000 of them, right? Oops. Did I mute you? Oh,
No, you didn't. I was changing my location. So yes, Quran says that we have given prophet to every language. Let me pull up that, but we'll pull up that later. For now, uh, it's an Arabic Quran. So
mhm.
if we look at this particular perspective of the Quran, why does okay? Let me make it more clear. Let me make it more clear. One more verse, and then it will be very, very clear.
Excuse me 1 second. I just got to go answer
Sure.
the phone. Be right back.
Oh, your phone. Hmm. So in the meantime, for the listeners, I can do that. Why they should wait. So Wahada Kitab, the Quran, is a blessed book that we have sent down. So follow it and fear Allah, so that you may favor to get the mercy. Quran 6, chapter number 6, verse number 155. Now look what happens. Look what happens. Wow, so many translations. What happened to it? Okay. Okay, let's remove some translations. Okay. So least you say, who say? So people around Makkah, they say, okay, people around Makkah, they say, if only scriptures has been revealed to us, we would have been better guided. Okay.
Mm.
Law
In,
anna unzila ilayna al-kitab, so that we could be guided minhum, better than فَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ بَيِّنَاتٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةٌ, so that they now come to you clear evidence from your Lord and guidance and mercy. Then who is more unjust that denies the verses of Allah and turns away? We will compensate. So basically, this Quran, according to Quran, is for the people of Makkah. Number one. Number two, that is why it is in Arabic. And number three, because people of the Arabian said that you have already given the books to Musa and everyone,
yeah,
but
why not for us?
yeah. So, dude, are you denying these verses when you say, hey, the guy in America has to accept Islam, the guy in Europe has to accept Islam, the guy in Pakistan or India has to accept Islam? This book is actually saying that this book came for Arabs.
Mm.
Islam should remain in Arabian Peninsula.
Mm.
Why are they coming out of it?
Yeah. Well, there's so many issues with that, and that's the big thing is that they're always saying that Jesus said, "Go only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." Jesus was only sent to the Jews, but Muhammad was sent to the whole world. That was a new thing for when I started hearing that, and I only heard that in America. I never heard that before. But
This is a modern rejection by these stupid people who thinks that they can show me this. By the way, I've used these three verses with some of these people in the past on my live stream. Okay,
mm,
you say Jesus is for only for Israel, fair enough. Now Quran is only for this. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? So then what happens is they will show me the contradicting verse. And they say, oh no, there's that, and they will run in circles. When they run in circles, then is the time that you can show them, hey, this is my answer. So you have to show them their face. You have to show them the mirror first, because without the mirror they cannot take an argument from you,
right.
because they are made to not to take an argument. So first thing first, get them into the corner, because Quran can be used against them in the court of law, because Quran is so confused. It's the most confused book in the history of confused books. In the
Wow.
history of confused books, like I think even a 12th grader can write better book than this, quite frankly.
Wow. Well, there's no it's I did something yesterday about which I know you came in on part of it, about when Abu Bakr and Omar bin Khattab said, "Okay, you guys, because of the Battle of Yamama," it says 450 of the Qari, were killed, and he said, "Now we have to collect the Quran and write it
Hmm.
down," and Zayd ibn Thabit said, "Oh, I won't do what the Prophet wouldn't have done." But then it says that he was convinced by Omar and Abu Bakr. But what's so interesting to me? What's so interesting to me is that when they told him, "Go look for the Quran," it says, "Go look for the Quran," and he found it on sticks, on leaves, on leather, and in the memories of people. And so Zayd ibn Thabit went and looked in these leaves, in these sticks, in these leather, in these rocks. It specifically says that. and in the memories of those who memorized as well.
Uh-huh.
That's how he compiled the first Quran that he gave to Hafsa. And then Hafsa took it and put it under her bed or wherever.
Yeah,
And
why under the bed, quite frankly?
and why didn't anybody come look for it? You know?
But why under the bed? Why under the bed, man? Seriously. Like, you sleep on the bed, man. So
Yeah.
Quran is supposed to be over everything, not under your buttocks. You understand what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
Quran, where do we? So these Westerners will not understand what I'm trying to say over here, because according to Westerners, they put Bible anywhere. They put Bible on the sofa. They put Bible on
Yeah.
on the table. They put Bible anywhere. They do not care. These Westerners cannot comprehend what I'm trying to say over here. Quran, it has to be in a jild, in a cover, and
Yeah.
it has to be placed on top. It should be above your head, above your waistline. So it cannot be below your waistline. You cannot put Quran on your side pocket. Okay.
Yeah.
There was a fatwa in Pakistan once that you cannot have electronic Quran in your phone because it will be on your side pocket near
Oh,
your private part. But
wow.
then people say no, it's in the bits and pieces, so it's not hidden, so etc. etc. So there was, imagine that. So now you are telling me that the Quran was under the buttocks of Hafsa for 20 years.
Was it 20? Was it 20 years?
I don't know, man. Whatever. 10 years, 20
Oh,
years, 5 years, 1 year. I don't care. But
mhm.
you are telling me it was under the buttocks of a woman.
For all that. I, and just to add to this point, when Muhammad died, Aisha was taking care of Muhammad, and a goat came and ate 2 verses of the Quran that were under Aisha's bed.
Oh, it was pillow. So okay,
Oh,
it was under the pillow.
oh,
So pillow is fine. It was still under the head. But
okay.
like under the bed means it was under the buttocks, man. Come on, be reasonable here. And those days, women do not even have those nice napkins during the menstruation periods of the woman. Sorry for the women who are watching live stream. So what has happened to that Quran, man? Under the bed.
Wow.
And those beds are not like these foam mattresses. They were
Yeah.
like leaves and stuff like that, or some piece of cloth. Man, come on, seriously, be reasonable here. Who's
Good.
going to deny this fact?
You
You
know?
have to reject the hadith.
Wow.
And they have rejected so many hadiths anyway. So what
Yeah.
can I say? So just on that point, I'm gonna add you one more verse. You'll
Okay.
enjoy this. This verse says,
Um,
excuse me, or they say he invented it. What? He invented the Quran. Bal. Nah, no, he haven't. Like seriously, Allah, is that all that you have to say? Nah. Okay, anyhow. Who it is? Haq. It is the truth. Min from the Rab. Why? That you may warn the qawm, the people. Ma, not atainahum, that not has been given to them any warner, any prophet, min kablika, before you, la allahum yahtadun, so that you could be guided. So, what is Allah saying? Allah saying that those people are saying that, oh Muhammad, you have invented the Quran. Okay? But no, this is the truth. Okay? This is the truth from the God, that you may warn the people whom no warner has come before. Now, if no warner has come to them before, who built the Kaaba? Because according to them, Kaaba was built by Abraham. According to Muslimin,
Right.
Kaaba was built by Abraham. Abraham is the prophet of Allah. According to Muslimin,
Yes.
Ishmael, whom so called by Hagar and Ishmael, was sent to that particular location by Abraham, and the Zamzam well erupted the water because Ishmael rubbed his legs,
Yes.
rubbed his legs in the sand, and Hagar was moving from one mountain to other mountain like 7 times, and then she saw the water which Abraham's feet rubbing on the sand erupted the Zamzam well. Now, by this verse, they have to denounce that Abraham was never there, Kaaba was never built there, because according to Quran, no guidance, no warner. Muhammad is a warner. Muhammad was a warner because no miracle was given to Muhammad. Hence, Muhammad, you are only a warner. So basically, Muhammad is a warner. Every prophet is a warner according to Quran. So no warner has been given to these people before, O Muhammad. Then how can you say Abraham came and built the Kaaba? You see the contradiction in Quran.
Wow. That is like, it's like those are things that everybody knows, but you just don't think about it, and it's like, wow.
Let me add you why I am talking about Abraham again and again. This is very, very important. This is very, very important because Quran actually claims that Abraham is a Muslim.
Oh yes.
It says, strive he's chosen you and not place upon you religion difficulty. Abraham, this is the religion of your father. Abraham, he name you Muslim before, and in this that the messenger be witness over you. So Abraham, according to Quran, Abraham, huwa, what? Name al-Muslimin. Min qablika, before you. Right? Min qablu. Min qablu. So before you, O Muhammad, Abraham, who is the father of you, was one of the Muslim. Now, if you look Quran chapter number 22, verse number 78, versus Quran chapter number 32, verse number 3, what is happening right now? You see the problem. So either Abraham was not a Muslim, he wasn't a prophet, or Kaaba was never in the mother of cities.
Oh, wow.
Because this verse is saying that no warner has been given to you before this time.
Oh, I see. Wow. Wow.
Steve, you're so quiet right now. Come on, buddy.
Wow, it just that it clicked, It just like I see now because every Muslim knows that Abraham went and or it's told that Abraham built the Kaaba, and that they took the thing with 4 sides and then they put the rock in and everything like that. And so that's well-known knowledge. But then when you add this verse to it, it's just like it's a very clear contradiction there, that if you believe this, how can you believe this? It's another one of the cognitive dissonance things where you're believing 2 contradictory things at the same time, so which.
Okay, let me give you another one then.
Okay.
Cognitive dissonance. Let's add some more cognitive dissonance. That's a very tongue twister, by the way.
You gotta see, it's an actual condition. It's where you believe 2 contradictory things at the same time, and sometimes you end up with civil war inside your head.
I wish that they will start the civil war and get out of this cult. Now, in Surah of Cow, chapter number 2, it says, yeah, and when Abraham was raising the foundation of the house, and Ishmael, our Lord, accept from us, indeed you are hearing. So Abraham was what? Building the foundation of Kaaba, the house. That is what they claim. Minal Bait, right? Minal Bait. Okay. So Abraham was building the foundation of the house, the Kaaba, and Ismail was with him.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
And then it says they are both community of Muslim, Qaumul Muslimin. They are the Muslimat, okay? Muslimat, right? Muslim. So, oh Lord, and make us Muslims to you and from the descendant a Muslim nation, okay? So, waja'alna Muslimin, okay? And give them an ummat of Muslims. So now, according to Quran, Surah Baqarah, ayah number 127, 128, they built the Kaaba, okay? They put the foundation, they built the Kaaba, Ishmael was with them, and their descendants over there in the Makkah are supposed to be Muslims according to Quran because they prayed for it. Okay, they prayed for it, and Allah blessed them, because if Allah would not have blessed them, how come the rest of the prophets would come from that line? Okay, so now they are all Muslims. But when we go down over here, Quran actually says, "O Muhammad, there was no prophet before you in this area, because we have given them no warner." So dude, what happened to Abraham and Ishmael and all the descendants of Ishmael? Like, what were they? They were pagans. What are you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm trying to remove the comment there. So
You have to click on some other comment and then.
yeah.
Oh, that was a good comment. LOL.
Okay.
So yes, so now Quran is actually destroying itself. Like, do you see what's happening?
Mhm.
How many more problems do I need to show you?
Yes.
How many more problems
Wow.
do I need to show
You
you?
know
Like,
what? Mhm. Well, you know what? It just reminds me of there was a video by the apostate prophet that the Quran has put upon itself. It has brought upon itself such a high standard that one contradiction destroys everything.
I just showed you 4.
No, one problem destroys everything because the Quran has put upon itself these high expectations. It says that it is from the Luh al-Mahfuz, that Allah's preserving it, that no one can change it, that there's no way to change it. And so then you have a problem, it creates the problem with all these. And then the Quran gives us the magical verse, that says that if this was from someone other than Allah, you'd find a bunch of contradictions.
We just showed you many contradictions, man.
I know. You see, but the Quran itself puts this requirement on itself, and then
Exactly.
it fails those standards. So, wow, that's wow.
Let me give you another one in reference to Abraham and Isaac. If we read Quran chapter number 34, the Surah Saba, ayah number 44, it says what? And we have not given them any scripture which they could study, and we have not sent to them before you any warner. So here, Quran is not only talking about a prophet, but Quran is also claiming that no kitab has been given to them before.
Uh-huh.
Right? So this is Quran chapter number 34, ayah number. Okay, so 2 things: no kitab, no warner.
Okay, no, these
2 things. Okay, Quran. So in the previous verse, Allah 32:3, Allah is talking about only the warner, that no warner has been given to you. Abraham, I just showed you, Abraham and Isaac, Ishmael were there. They built the Kaaba foundation according to Quran. They were the warner, they were the Muslimin, and their qawm is also Muslimin. That's like their lineage, their people, right?
Yeah.
Now here it says, we have never given them any book, and there was never a warner. So this is Quran chapter number 34, ayah number 44. So let me go to Quran chapter number 6, ayah number 82 to 89. Okay, check this out. And who believe do not mix their belief with injustice. Okay, and we gave Abraham against his people, raised by the decree, we indeed you laws and wine. So now Abraham, okay, the first person is Abraham, okay, and then Ishaq, Yaqub, Noah, min kabli, before them, min zuriya, and descendants, Dawood, Suleiman, Ayub, Yusuf, Musa, Harun. Okay, let's go next. Wa Zechariah, wa Yahya, wa Isa, Alias. They are all kull min as-salihin. They are all righteous. They are all righteous. Okay.
Min as-salihin, of the good.
Wa Ishmael, wa Waliyas, wa Yunus, wa Lauta. Even the Laut as well are the fazalna alal alameen. They have been given fazal, preferred for all alameen. Okay. And some of the abahum, some of their fathers, wamin abahum, and their fathers, wazuriyatihim wa akhwanahum, and their brothers and their descendants. Okay, all the people that we read before, Abraham, Isaac, Yunus, Elias, their fathers and their brothers. Okay, we chose them. Allah chose them and gave them hadaya. Okay, gave them hadaya, guidance. Okay, and what did Allah do? Ulaika allazina atainahumul kitab.
Wow.
So Abraham had the book. Ishmael had a book. Ilyas had a book. Okay, so right now we are only talking about Abraham and Ishmael. So here we see ayah number 83. We see Abraham. Okay, Abraham alal qaumi. Okay, to his people. And then we see in ayah number 86, sorry, Ishmael wa Yunus. Okay, because they are given fazl. And then some of the people that Allah did not mention, because Allah said wamin, and from abahum, their fathers and descendants, means
Yes.
their children and their brothers. Right? So not just these people whose name Allah mentioned, but also their fathers and their descendants and their brothers. What did Allah do? Allah do what?
He gave them.
أولئك الذين آتيناهم الكتاب and the Nabuwah. Prophethood, the book and prophethood. How will you deny that Quran is not the most corrupt book in the history of corrupt books? How can you not deny? Even Lot is a prophet of Islam whom Allah gave a book.
Wow.
What can I do?
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. In fact, that when I was talking with the guy today, that the guy who inspired me to do this live stream today, I mentioned this verse to him too, and because he was asking me about the Bible, about he said I told him about I was telling him about the different parts of the Bible, that there's the Torah, the Psalms, the writings, the history, the prophets, and then I named the prophets: Isaiah, Jeremiah, Daniel, Ezekiel, and all that. And he says, "Are those in the Quran?"
Yeah.
And I said,
and by the way, this is the answer that I gave to Alauddin. Remember when he ran away and then he never showed his face?
right.
Because he was saying the same thing to you once, and I was there, and I said, dude, your own Quran says that. Who the hell are you to reject it? So you gave him the right thing, buddy.
Yeah. Well, it was when I heard it from you that I because for me, I never even heard that before. I've known about the Torah, I know about the Injil, and I know about the Zabur, but about these other books, the fact that of course, we don't say that Elisha, he didn't write a book, and of course Lot didn't write a book, Ishmael didn't write a book, Abraham didn't write a book, but but it does, but just this,
Quran says that.
Their brothers and their seed, the unnamed ones.
Yeah.
Leaves room for all of those prophets.
It leaves room for Isaiah. It leaves room for Jacob. It leaves rooms for so many prophets that we have in the Old Testament, because it just gives you everything. Like, what can we do about this? Like, come on, man. Like Esther, Jobs,
Yeah.
You can add anybody in it.
Ayub, well, the Quran talks about Ayub, quite a bit. So, wow, thank you for that, man. That's a great tool in the tool shed,
So now 34:44 again, Allah claimed we have never given them a book before, and we have never given them any warner. Then Allah already is saying, dude, I have given them book.
Yes.
Okay, and they were already there doing what? Building the Kaaba. So now I have no words now. I'm out of words now. Like, seriously speaking, like, seriously.
Well, it's the wow, yeah, it's like it's just one of those other contradictions here that is so clear, and it's so one mistake destroys the whole in this case. And here we are seeing so many contradictions, you guys. The Quran says, and I know that most Muslims don't read the Quran, they don't know what the Quran says. The Quran says, if this book was from other than Allah, you would find many contradictions in it.
Exactly.
Look at all these contradictions. And you know, the sad thing is that, you know, the very sincere Muslim, I know how sincere they are in their faith, and you know, I was like them, you were like them, and but when you really study and you find out, it reminds me of what Yasser Qadhi said. Yasser Qadhi says that when you deal at a surface level with some of these issues, it's like you just regurgitate what you've been told. He says, but the problem is when you dive deep into when you dive deep into it, that's where everything falls apart, you know. And that's what Yasser Qadhi said, you know. and this is what's happening. The deeper we go, the more this thing falls apart. And you guys, we're not doing this to hurt you or anything. We want you to be aware. You know, if you still want to follow this after you know these things, you're free. You know, God made you free, and you can decide what you want. But know what you're following. Know that you are choosing to follow this.
Exactly.
And, you know,
I want to bring one more thing. That is why back to this particular verse,
yes.
Al-Ihraf. Okay, chapter number 46, verse number 12. What does it says? Let's just read it. It says, and before this, there was a book to Moses. وَمِن قَبْلِهِ, and before this, there was a book, Kitab, to Musa. What? Imaman wa Rahmatan, which has the guide and the mercy. Wahaza, haza, wahaza means and. Wow stands for and. Haza stands for this.
And this.
Kitabun musaddiqan linisanan Arabian. So now Allah is saying, before this there was a kitab to Musa, which has the guidance and the rahmah. Correct?
Yes.
But this book is musaddiq. This book is musaddiq because it's in lisan Arabian, not because it's in Arabic language. Okay, so that those who are wrongdoers, you should guide them. Okay. Okay, are you here with me? Everyone in the live stream, are you guys here with me? This is very important. I'm going to show you something. Quran chapter number 46 verse number 12. It uses two things. Before you there is a book to Musa, which has the guidance and rahmah. Which has what? The guidance and rahmah. And right now, haza, this book, wahaza, this book, haza kitab, musaddiqan. Okay, now let's go to Quran, Surah Baqarah, ayah number. Surah Baqarah, Alif Lam Mim, Zalikal kitabu la rayba fi hudal lil muttaqin. This book, stupidity, idiotic, falsification, level of falsification that you can't even imagine. Zalika means that. Okay, thank you. If I mouse over, it's that. Zalika means that. So if this verse is talking about this book, means the Quran, it has to say Hazal Kitab, because it is this book, just like it says over here. Wahazal Kitab Musad. This is the book which is Musaddiqan, confirming this is the book. So when Quran is talking about Zalikal Kitabu la rayba fi, it is talking about that book. Which book? Which has the Hudaya for the Muttaqin. Let's look. Which has the Hadaya and Rahmah. Surah Baqarah, ayah number 2, is not talking about Quran. It says Zalikal Kitabu la rayba fi. Let's see who in the right mind actually translates Zalik as Zalik.
Make sure that you put Muhammad Hijab, because I got to see what he says. So.
Oh, he will definitely say this, but let's see. Mohsin Khan, Bechtal.
There's Muhammad Hijab.
Ridwan Zender and Muhammad Hijab. Okay, let's see. Okay, this book, that book. So Federal Solomon, but this must be an American or somebody else, English speaker. So Maruful Quran actually
That
says
one.
that book. Maruful Quran. This is,
Although,
yeah. Okay. Then Dr. Ghali is also saying that book. Mohsen Khan actually used this book, but Abdul Halim this book, Pikhtal this book, Yusuf this book, Ridwan Center this book, Muhammad Hijab obviously this book. But the basic Arabic, let me go to translate.google.com, English to Arabic, that Zalik. Oh, what just happened? That book. Okay, this means Hazal, Haza. That Hazal. Come on, man. This is what is happening over here. Okay, let me use this.
Sorry, my cousin is in charge of this, so
Seems like it. Yeah. Your cousin is.
Oh, thank you.
Your cousin is doing an awesome job. But every Arabic speaker in the world knows.
Dalek, it's very clear. Dalek means everybody knows that. Yeah. Well, put the Arabic. You know, if you put the Arabic, that's what I did.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put Arabic. I'm just trying to get my Arabic keyboard up, and my computer is stuck. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can do it though.
Okay, I started my Arabic keyboard and it got stuck. Okay, hold on.
I can do it because I've got it. I've got it here. So Google Translate. Let me. Okay, stop screen. Let me go ahead and share this screen. The okay, Dalek al-Kitab. Okay, Google Translate here. Okay, I'm going to put the Arabic. Okay, Arabic. I need to.
Okay, I got it. I got it, buddy. I got it.
Let me see if mine works.
Okay, there you go.
It worked. So.
Here. Okay, Zalik. Zalik means that.
Yeah.
See, can you see me? See? Okay, that. Yeah. So now, even any time you write Arabic, Zalik will mean that, not this. Everyone knows that. It's the basic linguistic of grade 1. Like I studied that in grade 1 of my class, grade 1. Haza, this, Zalik, that. Standard, very, very standard. Now, going back, is it your screen or my screen? I don't know if it is your screen or my screen.
This is my screen.
Can you put up my screen again?
Okay.
Okay. So if I go back, where is the back? Come on, where did it go? Quran, where did Quran go? So now, when we talk about Zalik over here, which book Allah is talking about?
ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى yeah, that book.
Which book is Allah talking about? Man, the Quran has so many issues like that. It's unbelievable.
You know, I'd be interested to know what the commentators say about that verse. You know.
Oh, the same thing.
They say,
Quran. Yeah, they'll say Quran. They'll say Quran. You know, let's look at it. Quran x.com/tafsirs 2,2. Okay, let's see. They say this is the scripture, i.e., this is the book that Muhammad is reciting to you. There is no doubt from me. Okay. This is the writing in which there is no doubt and guidance. It has been said that the writing is an allusion to what God has written against himself and Muhammad communities, yours, etc. But Allah's Arabic was pretty bad. That, here's Jalalan, the early scholar, that meaning this. No, this is awesome, man. That meaning this.
Guys, this is Jalalain. This is no small potatoes. This is the big guys. And they're right there telling you. That's almost as good as the sheikh that says Muni Muka.
That meaning this, man. This is awesome. Like, I have never thought that I will live to see something like this. That meaning this.
Wow. Even when they, you see, because this is translated from the Arabic. And so when they translate into the English, that's what they can. هذا ابتعني ذلك لا ذلك ابتعني هذا, you know. الكتاب.
Let's look Al Tibri, because now I wanted to see what Tibri says. So Tibri says this as well. Oh my goodness, that's just so awesome. So it says Zalik al Kitab. It means Hazal Kitab.
Wow.
Man, these guys are trying to fix Allah's Arabic, man. Zalik al Kitab. Zalik al Kitab. Hazal Kitab.
You know what? It would have been better for them to just do their explanation without pointing out this mistake. Instead, they highlight the mistake by actually changing the words of the Quran. This is like, dude, this is like tahrif.
Let's look at anyone. Tibri, Moshari, forget Moshari, Tabarasi. Okay, let's check this guy. What does he says? I just want to see that now. Kira ibn Kathir fiha huda. Okay, he's using Kira ibn Kathir. Forget that. Al-Qurtubi. Let's look at that. I'm sorry. I just want to see what Qurtubi and everyone else is saying on that. Oh, now check this out. What is he saying? اختلفوا أهل التاويل في الحروف في. Oh, so he says that اختلاف. It has اختلاف. Oh, check this out, man. The اختلاف of أهل التاويل, that whether this muhaddiseen is saying هي سر Allah في القرآن وفي الله في كل كتاب. Are you reading that? Hey Stephen, can you hear me?
Sir Allah Quran.
Steve, you are breaking up so bad.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you are breaking up pretty bad.
Oh, okay. Well, it says this is a secret. It's like this is the miracle of the Quran, you know.
Oh, no, it said ikhtilaf. Wait, read the first line. Akhtalafu ahl al-tawil. So there is the people of the tawil are having different opinions on them. They have ikhtilaf on them. Yes. Translate ikhtilaf. Ikhtilaf, difference. What do you say?
Ikhtalafu. That means they differed.
They differ. And differ about what? Differ about what? That here, that this is talking about Quran.
التي في أوائل السورة في الحروف. Oh, wait a minute. This is talking about Alif Lam Mim, I think. Oh,
no. This is talking about two. Wait. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Read this. Here, that this Sara Allah fil Quran wa Allah fi kulli kitab min kutib sar. Whether this is talking about the kulli kitab, all the books that Allah gave, or just this book. No, am I reading it right or wrong?
Yeah, but you know what? You know what though? Yeah, I do believe that this, what you're reading right now, is about the Alif Lam Mim. It's not about that kitab, but it's about Alif Lam Mim, because it does show the Alif Lam Mim right here. And you see,
but it doesn't say that.
It says اختلفوا في تأويل في الحروف. The haruf is the letters, you know, and I think this is, so far, it's about the Alif Lam Mim. But if we read on, it's going to get to the Dhalik.
Then it's not even getting to the Dhalik. It's suddenly going to that verse number 3. Allazina yuminuna bil ghaibi. So, Zalika al-kitabu la rayba fi hudal lil muttaqin allazina yuminuna bil ghaibi yuqimuna as-salata wa mimma razaqnahum yunfikun. So this is talking about verse number 3 right now. Okay, I know that by heart.
But right here it says al-huruf al-muqatta'a. Those are the Alif Lam Mim. And
okay.
Later on,
وقالوا أبو حاتم أسكر في القرآن أول سور وإن الله جل جلال قلتا ومن هذا المعيني. Okay, forget that. حدثنا أحسن حدثنا أبو بكر حدثنا وغيرها المزل السويتي عن مالك عن سعيد مسروق عن أسكر إن الله تعالى نزل هذا القرآن فأستر منها بما شاء الله whatever على ما شاء فهم نفس
لنفسه
ولا
قوم عليه فهو الذي تسألون عنه وتخبرون به. So when does it get to,
so it's not even getting to, if it is, then it is not getting to Zalik al-Kitabu. It's going directly to verse number 3. Allazina yuminuna bil ghaib.
Well, you see, this is better. It's much better that he do it this way. That way you
Oh no, no,
avoid the
it
whole.
has 6 pages, man.
It's better this way. You avoid the whole headache that way. Because he had to deal with the Elif Lam Meme problem, and so that's kind of funny.
Okay, let's. This is page 2. It is nothing. Let's go to page 3. وكيل غير هذا
Oh, Dean is here.
تلك آيات الله نتلوها عليك بالحق. Okay, whatever.
I exposed you. After I exposed you, I'm going to debate both of you in Arabic language deal. We can.
Tell him when the Quran when you guys remove everyone from the world and move back to Arab, I will debate with him in Arabic. Until then, he can get his butt off from this channel. إليك الكتاب. Okay. Okay, now where is it talking about Hazal Kitab or Zalikal Kitab? It just went off topic, man.
You know what? It's much better to avoid it, to just ignore it.
But that was really good, man. That means this. That was like awesome, man. That was awesome.
Took pictures of all that, man, because that's just like the sheikh that says "Inni munimuka" instead of "Inni." You know, it is so. Yeah.
So he just skipped that part, man.
You know, that's a much smarter strategy, because that is خير له خير له يعمل كده, to do that instead of ذلك الكتاب. Yeah. But you know what? You know what's so funny, Adam, is that I've heard about this for many years, about the issue of that ذلك الكتاب.
Oh, check this. Ibn Kathir. ذلك الكتاب إي هذا الكتاب. That is Ibn Kathir. That's Ibn Kathir. That's Ibn Kathir.
Don't move it. I got to take a picture of this, man. You know what's so funny, Adam, is that I've heard about this for years, but I've never really taken it seriously. And the thing is, I still wasn't going to take it seriously until I saw that Ibn Kathir and Jalalain, both Ibn Kathir and the Jalalain, all are twisting this.
Zalik means Haza. Man, I'm loving this, man. This is just so awesome.
Wow.
Zalik means Haza.
Wow. ذلك الكتاب I had, or, you know when it says I means or. This.
Oh no, come read this. An Zalik bamaini Haza.
بمعنى هذا. Okay, it says that, but it means this. Classic. Dude, please leave it. I gotta take a picture of that. You know, this, you guys, this guy, this is no small potatoes. This is who is this? Ibn Kathir?
Ibn Kathir, man.
Yeah. In ذلك بمعنى هذا. He's saying that means this. That's what Ibn Kathir is saying. Dude, this is hilarious, man. Ala, you gotta admit, Ala, isn't this funny?
Let's look what Baizuvi is saying. Let's see that. I wanna see all of them, man.
Dude.
Zalik ishara alif lam mim in awwal bil maruf min haza aruf. Okay, so now Zalik means that, which means alif lam mim. So he came up with a new falsafa.
Let me see this. Okay, who's this?
This is Al-Baizuvi, 685.
Okay. ذلك إشارة إلى ألف لام ميم إن أول بالمعروف إن هذا الحروف أو. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
No, that makes perfect sense, you know. Like Alif Lam Mim means the kitab, that kitab. Man, dude, come on, man. That's literally laughable, man. Come on, enjoy it.
Wow, that is. But let me take a picture of this, okay? Because I just want. That is. You see. I wouldn't consider it important, except that I see them twisting to try to cover it up. That must mean it is important.
That it is very important. It's
are, you know. they understand that there's a problem here.
Because they can speak Arabic. They can speak Arabic. They know Arabic. So they are trying to fix the Arabic of Quran. As-Sayyuti. Let's look at Sayyuti. It's writing, but Sayyuti is writing after Ibn Kathir. He should say Zalika Bamaina Haza, probably. Zalik I Haza. So he is actually taking the Ibn Kathir's narrative, because Ibn Kathir actually says Zalika means Haza. So because Sayyuti is writing after Ibn Kathir. So before Ibn Kathir.
You guys, these are big guns. These are very important. Al-Suyuti is, Jalaluddin Suyuti is, very important writer and scholar. He wrote one of his books was Asbab al-Nuzul.
Let's look at Baghvi. That is before Ibn Kathir. Let's see what he says.
أي هذا ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه.
Yeah, this is the Quranic verse. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون ب. Forget that. Let's look what he says. He's talking about the haruf right now. So he says Alif Lam Mim can be the ism min Ismail, Isma kama qala Abbas. Forget that. Isma Allah, that it can be the Allah's ism. So fair enough, doesn't matter. I'm not worried about Alif Lam Mim right now. I want to see what Haza and Zalika is. Oh, was Zalik?
Okay.
Li ta'bid? What do you mean by that? Oh, min qablik wa haza li qarib wa zalik. What is that? Okay, let's look at Falamma anzala al-Quran qala haza zalik qala. Okay, Falamma unzila al-Quran qal haza zalikal kitabul lazi. So he just suddenly changed haza zalikal kitab. What is he trying to do here?
What he's saying here is that one is close to you, one is far away from you. That's what he's saying. Ba'id means far away. Qareeb means close.
Where is saying Ba'id and Qareeb?
Okay, let me just. I want to take a picture of this, but then I want to read it. Okay, but he is making a reference to, like, when it's far away from you, you say that, but when it's close to you, you say this. That's what.
Hey, check this out first. Zalikal kitab, ai hazal kitab. Lo, there you go.
So there you go.
So he is saying the same thing, that Zalikal kitab means ai hazal kitab.
But bro, he's also given this little explanation that when it's close to you, he's saying when it's close to you, you say it's this. When it's far away, you say it's that book. That's
Man, this is the most lame thing ever, man. This is the lamest thing ever. Man, this is.
You know what? I never would into this, except that they're trying so hard to cover it. The fact that they're trying to cover it is realizing that they got a problem linguistically in the first verse of the biggest surah in the Quran, the Al-Baqarah. Wow.
Let's go back to our verses. God forgive them, they don't know it. So Quran can actually use haza. We have seen chapter number 46, verse number 12. Wahazal kitab musaddiqan linisan Arabin. So this is the book which has confirming with kitab, which is confirming the in Arabic language. Okay, in Arabic language. Haza, this book. What happened to Allah Miya when he was writing Surah Cow? Ayah number 2. What happened there, man? Like, seriously, what happened to Allah over here? Did he lose the language?
Did we see how we saw how all of the different translators did this, right? Okay, because I'm curious. I'm kind of curious how Muhammad Hijab did it, but I think
Muhammad, we already did that. Muhammad Hijab did this. There were like 3 or 4 people who said that. The rest said this, because all that, like, after Ibn Kathir, like even before Ibn Kathir, two other, even Jalalain actually said this means that. Like, come on, man, that was just awesome.
Well,
this means that,
what's what's interesting is that Quran.com usually messes stuff up, but on this one they're right because they do say Dalik al-Kitab means that book. So
Yeah.
so I'm surprised, they were right about that.
Let me hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Every now and then you'll find this treasure chest. You think it's
Yeah.
a little significant thing, and yet when you see them the way they play with it and twist it, then you say, "Whoa, this is a deal. This is something."
I'm I was not, this wasn't a topic, as you know, but somehow because of that verse it came up. But like, let's look at, I just want to show everyone the beauty of Jalalain in English, because we were laughing in when we were reading Arabic, because we could see these people in English has to see what it says. That
That
means
means
this.
this. That means this book. And you guys, the fact that it's Jalalain, you guys,
But not Jalalain, Bayzuvi, Ibn Kathir, like all the Arabic, like they were like 6 or 7 that we guys, you gotta watch, you gotta go back, watch all the scholars which says that means this.
that
Zalik means Haza.
well, you know what? This means this is a great title for a live stream. That means this.
Okay, let's check. Let's check Ibn Kathir. Where is Ibn Kathir? It should be here somewhere. Ibn Kathir. There is no doubt in Quran. Okay, the book is the Quran, and Rab means doubt, etc., etc., etc. Where is La Raiba Fi? Where is Zalika? So in English version of Ibn Kathir, they removed Zalik al Kitab. They started from La Raiba Fi. So they removed half of the verse of the tafsir of Ibn Kathir, and they started from La Raiba Fi.
Wow, that is that really is the better way
Oh, it comes. Zalik al Kitab. The
here,
revelation of the
right
book.
here that says it. Revelation of the book. You see
Oh,
there again.
no, now he's talking
He
about Alif
takes
Lam
away
Mim.
that.
Alif Lam Mim, they did not talk about
Uh-huh.
this. They did not talk about this. They did not translate this. And they go for La Raiba. Fihi Huda lil Muttaqin. La Raiba Fihi. Huda. Fi Huda. So they are not even translating where Ibn Kathir is saying, because in Arabic it did say Zalika ay Haza. But here they didn't even translated it. And that's why Ibn Kathir in English is so messed up. It doesn't give you the whole of the Ibn Kathir. It gives you whatever they wanted to give you.
Yeah.
So
Well,
now it is like we saw Ibn Kathir. Guys, you can rewind and go in Ibn Kathir. It says when he talks
yeah,
about
I
Zalik al Kitab. Do you have the picture? You did take the picture. Show
got
it.
the picture. Let me just draw it up. Let me bring
Even
it up.
Ibn Kathir says Zalik ay Haza. That means this.
That means this. This means that. It's like unbelievable, man.
Man, I'm gonna take this video, part of this video, and I'll upload that on my channel as well. It's such an awesome live stream, man.
You know what's cool is sometimes you're doing something like this, and you're not even thinking about it, but the Holy Spirit then leads you to something, and then it's like, oh, it's like there's something else here, that God wants to show, and so
Oh boy. Oh boy. Man, this needs to go viral, man.
for me, okay,
Oh,
I got,
let's
I got so many things here that
no
it's
worries. Let me open that.
in Arabic or in English.
Yeah, there is no in Arabic uh, Ibn
Okay,
Kathir. Where is Ibn Kathir? Ibn Kathir. Araz.
right here, yeah, I got it.
It says here somewhere here.
Oh, I got it in. I got it in. I
You
got the.
got it?
Yeah, here it is, the Arabic. Okay, ذلك الكتاب أي هذا الكتاب. That book meaning this book.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Ibn Kathir.
but he's saying Ibn Abbas. Called
Whatever.
Jarid, Jarid, قال ابن عباس ذلك الكتاب أي هذا الكتاب.
Okay,
Wow.
Ibn Abbas said that, but we just saw in the tafsir Ibn Abbas. Let's see Ibn Abbas. Hold on, Ibn Abbas is in English. Let's see if they write it in English as well. To Ibn Abbas display. This is the scripture, i.e., this is the book. Okay, so there is no doubt.
This
So
book.
he doesn't. So they omit that from the Ibn Abbas English translation as well. That means
They
this.
don't.
They doesn't show it. Whereas
Yeah.
the Tafsir Ibn Kathir just tells you that Ibn Abbas says that means this. This is
Wow.
Tibrisi. Where is Ibn? See how many things that they have to hide, man.
Wow.
So Kala Ibn Abbas Zalikal Kitab I Hazal Kitab.
Wow.
And this is beautiful live stream. Okay, guys, I'm done. I
Wow.
think that's it for now.
Dude,
This is a nice place to end, man.
this dude, it's just like it's like you can really now just do what Yasser Qadhi says, dig deep, and then things really fall apart. But there's a thing called and David Wood talks about this. It's called the Barbara Streisand principle. The Barbara Streisand principle is that Barbara Streisand is a billionaire musician, and she has this amazingly beautiful house. And what happened is that somebody took a picture of it. And when somebody took a picture of it, she was furious and tried to stop it. But because she tried so hard to hide it, everybody went and started flying over to take a picture of her house. And you see, when you try to hide it, then everybody comes and starts looking at it. And like I said, I've heard about this for years, but I never paid attention. But when I see the way they're trying to hide it, then I realize, oh, there is a real problem here. And so thank you for showing us that, man. Jalalain, Ibn Kathir.
Baizuvi, Tibri.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, man. When you try to hide it, now everybody's going to want to come look what's going on, So
Yeah, this needs to go viral, man. I'm gonna make this and just this short. I'm gonna take your video, I'll edit it, make it short, 10, 15 minutes, and I'm gonna publish it. And I'm gonna say, this means that.
But if this does go viral, can I do a rap just in case it goes viral? So my rap will go viral too.
Okay, make the rap.
Okay, they talk about a place called Far Away, and all I know about is that you go away, and then you get you a piece of what I call today, but from the Father's hand, I pray that you can never stray. The sun that is arising and the road it calls are run on into the horizon to the night it falls. And meet me by the river where the water flows, and would you keep it with you anyway? Choose to go. So anyway, my name is Steve Mashney. Send your checks. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey man, no, make a rap on this means that.
This means, yeah. That one's gonna take some work, but that is.
Oh no! You have to do it promptly right now. I'm gonna put that rap on the first. Like your rap will go first, then everything. This means that. Think about it. Make the rap right now.
Okay.
Think about it.
Okay. This means that because the words have meaning. That means this because it doesn't really mean what you.
And we lost him.
In your
Man,
heart,
your
what's
internet
left
sucks.
inside is a lie that's been put through all time.
Yeah, you broke up in the middle. The
well,
internet.
So did my rap.
So you have to start again. You have to start again because you broke up in the middle. You have to start again.
Okay.
Start again. Start again.
Okay.
Start again.
This means. Okay. This means that, and that means this. The word has no meaning if you gotta be this way, because you know what it really says, and you know that you gotta run from what it says, because you know هذا مش هذه وهذه مش هذا والكتاب الماضي والكتاب المستقبل وبتعرفش إذا هذه ولا لا عشان مكتوب هذا الكتاب هذا معنى ذلك وذلك معنى هذا الكلام ملوش معنى. The words have no meaning. When this means that and that means this, it means that words have no meaning. Gotta go back to the foundation and know that there is a crack that's gonna fall apart. It's gonna fall apart. It's going to fall apart when words have no meaning. And this means that, and that means this. That means the foundation is cracking.
Hey! Awesome. That's going up, man. This means that. All right, guys.
That is gold, man. So, well, you know what? Abu Cyrus is going to be coming on anytime now. So I'm not sure. He said he wanted to come teach me Arabic. And so, you know,
this is already 2 hour 30-minute stream. You can end this, and
if he
once
comes,
he says, yeah, if he comes on, start another one, and ping me as well. I want to see what Abu Cyrus has to say. He's a good dude. I think I had like a couple of debates with him.
I really liked your debates with him because he, you know, he doesn't have the bitterness, you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, brother.
All right, man.
So much, you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. God bless you. And this means that, and that means this.
Yeah. Hey, do again. This time, do it faster.
I don't know if I can. This means that, and that means this. هذا معنى ذلك وذلك معنى هذا. إذا الكلام ملوش معنى إيش راح نفهم منه? What can we understand when the words do not have no meaning? Do you understand that the foundation is about to start cracking open? Do you know that the building that you're building upon you is leaning? When you say this is that, and you say that the words have no meaning. When you say that means this, and when you say the words have no meaning, it means that the foundation you're building on is starting to lean, and it's going to fall, it's going to collapse, and it's going to fall, and it's collapse. Because there's a crack in the foundation when words have no meaning. Because that means this, and this means that. ذلك معناه هذا معنى هذا الكتاب أو ذاك الكتاب. لما هذا وذلك معناه نفس الشيء أو العكس إذا ما بتفهم المعنى. Dude, I run out of
Okay, buddy. Thank you guys for watching. And Jesus is Lord, Jesus is God. Bible does not have this means that. So you
can... There is a verse in the Bible, though, that's close. It says, "This is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel. I'll pour out my spirit upon all flesh." In fact, there's a great preacher named Amy Simple McPherson, and she wrote a book called "This Is That."
But this is that. That's different. This means that is altogether different. But that's good. Yeah. So yeah, this means that is altogether a different ball game, man. All right, guys.
So
God bless you all. Are you ending the stream or not?
God bless you. The Lord bless you guys. Thank you so much.
I'm
just gonna say a few words at the end here to my relatives. I just want to say something.
You want to say something before I go? Go yes. Yeshua Akbar al-Azim. Hallelujah. Take care.
Thank you so much, brother. God bless you, man.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Hallelujah. Wow. Yeah, you guys, I just want... Sometimes the streams go who knows where, just because, you guys, the Holy Spirit wants to show you something. It's the mercy of God. Time is ending. We're coming to the end of time. He doesn't want anybody to go to hell. He doesn't want you to be misled. The Quran says that God guides who he wants and misleads who he wants. يهدي من يشاء ويضلل من يشاء. He guides who he wants and he misleads who he wants. That's not the true God. The true God doesn't do that. He wants to guide you to the truth. He loves you so much. He doesn't want you to go to hell. And so that's the reason why we're showing you these things. If you want to follow it, you're free to do so. But at least know what you're following. The fact that all these great scholars, Jalalain, Ibn Kathir, Tabari, all of these guys are twisting and trying to cover up this mistake, linguistic mistake in the Quran, linguistic mistake, and if it's not a linguistic mistake, you guys, then that verse means something else. Because that verse says, هذا الكتاب فيها هدى. That book has guidance and light. But it's not talking about the Quran. It's talking about that book. Which book? It's talking about the Bible. Now you can accept that meaning, or else you got to do what Jalalain is doing, or what Ibn Kathir is doing, which is to twist it. Come to Jesus. Open up your heart. Come to him before it's too late. He loves you. I love you. I know some of you are mad at me and you think, what's wrong with Steve? What? You guys, it's just that we're at the end of time. Jesus is coming back. I want you to go to heaven. I want you to go to heaven. Ask Jesus into your heart. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but by me. اقبل المسيح في قلبك. قول يا رب ساعدني افتح عيني وريني الحق باسم الرب يسوع. He loves you. I love you. Thank you so much for being with us.